Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. If you're feeling good today and you are here in the Discord chat or the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have, give me a second here. There we go. Get some tunes going. Good morning. We have National Shelley, Retberg, Darren Robino, Kelvin Cash, Jack Cherv, Big Sky, Amateur Genius. Morning, IB Trading, Dylan. Morning, Billy Joe, Mike Robino, Ribs Mod in the building, Dan D, Woo, Delane DM, Hindsight King, Cookie Jar and Dips, Robert Zigmars, Madi. Morning, Eddie-O, Bird, Cameron, Jacob, Blissfully Dissatisfied, Dylan, Cicino, good morning. Sound Evolution, Sniper, Astrid, Quang Chu, Morning Crypto Trades, Implied, Rhino, Yash. Morning, everybody. I haven't taken any trades on my Top Step account yet. Did take a trade last night for Globex Open on my personal account. I think we made like 2K or something like that. So we got a little buffer to work with there today. Pretty big reaction from the Open. The only way you're really going to catch this, by the way, is if you were short into the weekend, which, by the way, if you're not trading a personal account, you can't really do, because props don't allow you to hold positions over the weekend. And why? And why do you think props don't allow you to hold positions over the weekend? Because let's just say that you were a dingus and you're like, I'm going to go long into the weekend. You had one contract at 560. Let's just say you're trading like an XFA, go long one contract. Well, you open down quite a few points, 500 points. Your account would be blown and then blown again and then blown again. Wouldn't really work out, would it? So that's why they don't allow you to hold positions over the weekend. I didn't hold anything over the weekend in my personal account. Plus, the margins are very expensive. So it's not like I could hold a meaningful amount of contracts anyway, What's up, Anya? Sunrise Driver, Mr. Bugs, Paul Yoon. Yeah, I do sound sick. I woke up this morning. Yeah, it's annoying, right? I woke up this morning feeling a little bit under the weather. I do believe it's because it's starting to get warm again here in Vegas. I think that's the reason why. But yeah, I definitely woke up feeling a little bit under the weather. Good morning, Coach Hoop. What's up, buddy? Yeah, margin requirements if you want to hold contracts into the next day. I mean, it really doesn't matter if you're... most people don't really care to hold into the maintenance period unless there's like earnings during the week. But most of the time that people are looking for like overnight holds, they're talking about over the weekend holds. Morning, Trader Page. Morning, H2, Chris. What's up, Scott Toshi? I was looking at the market this morning and really difficult to read this stuff, and it's kind of spotty. I'm not really seeing anything that's speaking out to me here. We do have a lot of gaps to fill in a lot of these equity names. We've created a lot of gaps now. Like gaps in Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, Tesla, Apple. Apple, very small gap. But Google's got a gap. And then the industry's got a gap. S&P, NASDAQ. Looks like somebody's buying the pants off this market here. Can't really see a reason why. Let's see here. Microsoft talking about Loop Capital. Microsoft barely moving. Anybody in the longs here? Beautiful long off of 21,170 up to 230 here. That's crazy. It's crazy how fast this market's moving right now. What's your best day to trade? Do you have a particular day to trade? Whenever the market's giving me the best setups. I can't control it. There's no like specific day that's better than others, unless you're talking about like trading like zero DTs that are, you're trading weeklies. Like Mondays are going to be more difficult than trading Fridays because it's a whole different story. But when it comes to trading futures, you know, it's Monday could be good, Tuesday could be crap, Wednesday could be amazing, you know. What would be your stop loss for a swing trade? Well, the thing is that if you're swinging it overnight, your stop loss could just get blown through and then you just get a margin call. Stop losses don't matter when the market trades 500 points away from your stop loss. Wow, we're still pushing. Kind of like this, be like a triple top now. Thing is just on some type of weird buy program here. I mean, S&P's ever since it tagged the VWAP has just been go, go, go. It's crazy. Long at 217 for a quick trade. Nice. Looking good. Up 20 points. Or 30 points, rather. Very nice. Gold market presenting more opportunities. Let's see. Let's go check it out. Yeah, gold's ripping, huh? Gold had a huge pullback, and now we are ripping. We do have some news, but it's not going to be out until later. We have 9:45 news and then 10 a.m. news, which are going to be the most important pieces of news on the day. We get Canada's PMI right when the market opens, which isn't going to be that important. But then we get our own PMI out at 9:45, 15 minutes after the open. So that's coming out. And then 10 a.m., we get the most important news of the day. It's going to be the ISM, prices paid, new orders, employment, manufacturing data, all the numbers for January. That's out at 10. Wow, we're coming right back down now. Go back to the NASDAQ chart here. Coming right back down. Perked up and then straight back down. See if we find anybody holding these bids here at these 20s. There's a weird exchange that was pushing into that. Very strange to see that. Best news web. The free calendar that I suggest is Economic right here. Recommend that one all the time. I think that's the best. Well, we are holding 215 right now. I'm curious if there's anything worth taking a trade off of that hold. Volume's coming down pretty quickly though. That long got me out of a huge hole I dug myself. Not proud of this. I'm locking it up. I like that you're locking it up. Nice work there. Very smart. That is the smart thing to be doing right now. 100%. We are holding at these 215s here. For the time being, volume has subsided quite a bit. Yeah, it's tough for me to jump on a move like that that seems somewhat artificial. Very synthetic move. It's real tricky taking snipes and may just wait for a bit for a good setup. Yeah, waiting for news I think would be helpful. 215s don't look like they want to hold. So we might come back down to like 195 or 200 here if this doesn't hold. More Ribs, how'd poker go over the weekend? What should beginners study if they wanted to learn? Just play the game with your friends. I did well. Played on Friday only. I didn't play on Saturday or yesterday, but did well on Friday. It was a good game. It was a lot of fun, actually. Had a really good time. And then I woke up on Saturday and I didn't feel well. And then I hit a nice workout. Still didn't feel well. Didn't play on Saturday. And then yesterday, still didn't feel well. Woke up this morning, still not feeling well. So, hey, Rips, is there a site we can go to let us know when Trump speaks on a daily basis now? You could try the White House press calendar. That could be helpful, but one thing that you can do is you can have X installed on your phone and follow Donald Trump, White House, follow President account, those 3 accounts, set notifications on, download Truth Social, set notifications on for Trump's account. And that's all you need to do, really. And then if you want to be more advanced, subscribe to some Squawks, but get one that's a free trial because I guarantee you're going to hate it. And keep in mind, there's algorithms that are going to beat you every single time. You're never going to beat these algorithms, but it'll be nice to know what's going on if you're subscribed to these feeds. What kind of workouts do I do? HIIT, high intensity interval training. And then I rotate muscle groups throughout the week. So today's Monday, it's International Chest Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, hit a little shoulders. Wednesday will be legs. Thursday will be back, and Friday will be some arms. Just rotating through the muscle group. Been doing some fasting second half of January. Going to be doing some more fasting this week in February. Are you subscribed to any source of news? I have every single squawk that you can possibly imagine. Thank you for doing these live streams, Rips. If only these people knew you're a damn savage on the poker table. I think they know. I think they're aware. We're going to have some streams coming out. I think the cash flow starts airing in March. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. You're my squawk. That's what I aim to be here. Hit legs twice a week. Some weeks I do. Like sometimes I'll hit Wednesday and Saturday legs, or Sunday, Wednesday legs. It depends. Love working out legs. That's how you keep the T levels in check. You think foreign companies will cave in and build factories in the U.S. to offset these tariffs? It's not like they can just snap their fingers and factories are just born overnight. But I think that overall, it'll be interesting to watch. We're going to have to wait and see. This week will be interesting. Be very, very interesting this week. Ribs, are we tired of winning yet? I mean, nah. I can't get enough of the good stuff. Mark is very, very choppy right now. If we're looking back at like basically since 3 o'clock this morning till now, 8 o'clock this morning, last 5 hours, we're just in a chop zone right now. It's a nice 100 points, but still choppy nonetheless. Ribs, good morning. I passed the combine, so how long before I get the new account to trade? When did you pass it, Andrew? You passed it just this moment? You passed it on Friday? When did you pass? Yeah, we have a lot of jobs data this week. I think we get JOLTS tomorrow, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Don't we get JOLTS tomorrow? Yeah, JOLTS tomorrow. We get non-farm employment changing Wednesday. We get jobless claims Thursday. And then Friday we get the biggin, ADP. JOLTS tomorrow is going to be fun. Going to be a good one. We are pushing back up. I didn't catch any of that pullback to 200. We didn't even touch 200. If we would have like had a nice little pullback like right below 200, I probably could have taken that, but I didn't. Appreciate the streams, Rips. I'm new to the markets. I've been extremely patient with my trading. Could you explain sometimes why you think price will move to certain price levels? How long have you been trading? Yeah, if you're new to the markets, just continue to watch the markets. I wish there was a piece of advice that I could give you and be like, well, if A is doing A and B is doing B, then all you got to do is C. And then before you know it, you're going to be driving a Ferrari. You're going to have a Bentley in your garage. You're going to be living in a $3.5 million house. All you got to do is just watch for A. And then when A is doing the thing, watch for B and then C. And you're done. It's never going to be like that. Unfortunately. You just got to sit here and watch the markets. There's nothing that trumps the amount of time that you spend just sitting here watching the charts. Just sit here, watch the charts. All you got to do is watch the charts. When you get to year four, that's when you're going to start to maybe stop losing money. Maybe. Year 5, almost certainly you maybe are going to stop losing money. Year 6, you might start to turn the corner and start to break even. If that doesn't sound like enticing to you, you're 3 months in. If that doesn't sound enticing to you, you should probably stop right now. Just being real. That's the real truth of trading right there. You're telling me if I pay a trade guru a couple thousand on a course, I won't be profitable? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, because there's too much bad information out there where you're going to hear trading is easy. You're going to make so much money. If you want to be like an actual serious trader, like a real deal trader, you're going to lose a lot of money. A lot. It's going to take you a ton of time. And you should look at it in the same way of like going to law school or medical school. It's going to take you about the same amount of time in studying and frustration and heartache, headaches. It's going to take you a lot. Problem is that at the core of trading, it's easy, right? It goes in a direction and then you're either correct on that or you're not. But it's never going to be that easy. It'll be a lot harder. July Pepper says, I'm on year 5 and started to turn the corner. Not in the black, but the expenses are starting to come down. There you go. There you go. Yolanda says, I'm going on year 3 and have lost so much money now, finally getting it. This ain't for the faint of heart for sure. Exactly right. Yeah. And the other thing too is like, as a trader, you're going to lose all the time. You're going to lose all the time. You're going to have losing days. It's tough too. Like if you're new to trading, because you're not used to losing, is learning how to keep those losing days smaller than the bigger winning days. That's probably the thing that I struggled with the most. I'd have a huge winning days early on, like the first 3 years, I'd have big winning days. And then I wouldn't be accepting of smaller losing days, and I'd keep on trying to push it. And then my losing days would outpace my winning days. That was a huge problem that I had. Horrible. Funny story, I was at the gym once and this older guy tells this younger guy, yeah, trading is easy. Hit me up and I have a trading course. 30 minutes is all it takes. Yeah. It's crazy. Trading is never going to be easy in my opinion. I mean, I'm 10 years in. I still don't think it's easy. It feels nice though when you're doing well, you're in the pocket. It feels great. Nothing feels better than when you're in the pocket and you're doing well. We had like can't even remember how long the winning streak was that we had here on stream. I feel like it was over a month, and I was like, I can't wait to lose. You know, I kept on saying like, oh man, I can't wait until I finally break this streak, because there's a part of it too where you're like, you feel like you're winning too often, winning too much. You're having like a streak where you can't lose. You're like, all right, I want to get a losing day out of the way, so I stop thinking about this. A lot of it's mental. I think a lot of it is mental and psychological. And the less emotional attachment you have to the money, the better you will do. When I had days where I woke up and I'm like, oh, this is going to be an incredible day. I'm gonna crush these markets today. I'm gonna do so well. Those are usually the days when I didn't do well. When I woke up and I'm like, I'm just gonna try my best, see what happens. Those are the days where I had like surprise huge days. You publish the levels for the day every single day. They go on, if you search like Market Clubhouse Morning Memo, or if you just open up your broker and you go to like the news for Triple Qs or SPY or whatever, levels are posted every single day, Monday through Friday. But it doesn't include the futures levels. Friday was so bad I entered a 5 contract trade on my XFA, and the minute I entered, the internet went down, had 4K balance, got liquidated. What were you trading 5 contracts for? That seems a lot. Let's start there. I think there's a lot that everybody can learn from this. That's insane. 5 contracts is a lot. Because you have to remember, 5 contracts is 1,000 every 10 pack. I've noticed on your streams, do you prefer to stop trading based on dollar amount or the amount of losses you have taken? I mean, it's usually when I'm done with mental capital, like when my mental capital is shot. I have a finite amount of attention that I can pay to the market if I'm actively trading. Dear God, I'd love to have the I win too much problem. You will have it. And you'll understand, like, not a flex. I'm not trying to be silly here. You're going to have that. It starts to mess with your mentality. I would have, like, my first few years of trading, the worst thing that could happen to me was me having a huge day. I'm not even kidding. Because you get this invincibility armor on. And you're like, oh, I'm so rich. I can do whatever I want now. My account's so buffed up. I can do whatever I want. And then you just go crazy. And then you blow it. It's stupid. I'm sure a lot of you have shared that same experience. Like, you have a monster day in the market and then like in 2 days it's gone. You've like completely destroyed it. It happens. You learn to get through it. You learn to live with it. But it's one thing that stuck out to me in my trading journey. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be where I am today. It's very, very true. My worst days follow my best, so I time myself out. Yeah, one of the things that I did early on, I don't have the same issue now because I have a less of an attachment to the money. Like, I'm not really super hyper focused on like, oh, you made X amount that day or whatever. But I'm very conscious of, I just try to keep like blinders on between the days. Like, I don't really, and then this is where it comes back to, you know, when you're on a winning streak, it's annoying because I'm like, oh man, this is going to be day 20 green days in a row. It's annoying. Like, I don't want to think like that. I just want to face the market and say, are there opportunities? Are there trades that I can take? Great, let's take them. I don't like to think about like, oh, I made 50 grand yesterday or whatever the case, using whole numbers. 10 grand, I made 10 grand yesterday. Well, let's see if we can do X amount of that, or let's see if we can double that, or no, it's like, let's see if the market gives us great opportunities, you know? You want to have blinders on from the other days and the best you can. At least that's what works for me. That's what I've found success with in my own trading, is that I don't like to think about what happened yesterday. I don't like to think about having these grand plans of like, oh man, I'm going to make so much money today. I'm going to crush it. These markets are so sick. Like, I can't wait to kill it today. That's usually the worst times that I have. Usually put a stop loss, but the second I put the trade on, I couldn't put the stop loss. I had to wait for it to reconnect. Yeah, but I mean, 5 contracts is crazy. 5 contracts, you're only giving yourself, 45 points. 5 contracts is a lot. If you're trading the NQ, it's a lot. One good rule of thumb is that when you're trading the NASDAQ, figure out, what does this cost if it goes 20 points against me? The number of contracts. If it goes 20 points against me, what does this cost? On one contract, it's $400, right? 20 points against you, it's $400. That's with one contract. You willing to take a $400 loss? If you're putting on 5 contracts, what does it cost you? $2K? Right? Figure out what 20 points is going to cost you before you put a trade on, and figure out if you're willing to lose that money. Shape your mindset of looking at like, what am I willing to lose on this trade versus like, oh, I'm going to make this much. One to 2 con trader. I like that. 1 to 2 contracts can serve you very, very well. And the other thing is too, is like, whoa, what are you talking? What are you listening to over here? Anytime I say seriously, she starts listening. Dirty bird. If you can't make $100 or $200 a day consistently in the market, I guarantee you, I promise you can't make $1,000 or $2,000 a day consistently. You see, who was it? Van Busk? Are you in here right now? Van Busk posted his monthly calendar. And I think we retweeted that over the weekend. I don't know if he's here right now. He could be sleeping. But he posted this calendar as like nothing but green days and consistency out the wazoo. That didn't happen overnight. He's been working towards that. And he certainly didn't get that big of numbers consistently overnight. Like, he's been working at that. He's a very consistent trader. He's probably sleeping right now, but he's one of the people here in MC. And like, people look at that chart and like, I look at the comments underneath the questions, like, what do you trade? How much of this? People are all looking for like, what's the shortcut? Like, I want to do that too. It's like, you have no idea what this guy went through. Like, this guy put himself through hell to get to this level of consistency. And he was gunning for like $50 to $100 days on the onset. He wasn't like, I'm gonna make $1,000 a day. I'm gonna make $2,000 a day. It was just like, he's gonna go for that consistency first. And a lot of people don't want to go through that. A lot of people don't want to go for the $100 or $200 daily days. People don't want to put themselves through the paces of like, I'm going to make $100 or $200 a day, and I'm going to do that for like 30 or 60 days, trading days. People are like, I made $100 every single day this last week. Pfft, all right, let's go for 1,000. We sabotage ourselves, focusing on that. I had a month and a half with no losing days. That cost mentally a lot. Yeah. Month and a half with no losing days is crazy. It's very doable, right? It's very, very doable, especially if the market's giving you opportunities that fit with your system. Hard to only make 100 or 200 a day. I mean, if that's your MO, like, then figure out whatever it is that that's easy for you, and then stick with that. $100 days teach me more than a running day of 800. Yeah. Find a way to be clear cut in your focus too, of like what you're going for. Like, if your focus is like, I can consistently bring in $300, $400 in the market every single day, like, make that your focus. Don't keep trying to jump higher and higher and higher. Just stay in your wheelhouse. It is just a number on the screen, and it is just the amount of contracts you're taking most of the time. You're never going to have to deal with liquidity issues because most of us are trading, prop firm stuff. You're trading in sim. So most of us are not going to have to worry about liquidity. Furthermore, even if you are ever getting to the point where you're trading a real account, a personal account, or you're trading a live account, you're never going to have to worry about the amount of size that you're taking. I mean, maybe in Globex, but likely no, More I focus on needing to make the money, the worse I do. When I put my stops carrying mindset, I did much better. Yeah, the less you are focused on the money. That's why, I still get DMs to this day. People ask me like, hey, I have a job coming up or X, Y, and Z, and I have the choice right now. I got some savings. I can just focus only on trading and I can not be looking for a job, or I have this job offer and I can take this job. The answer is always like, take the job. Not ever are you in a place where that you should ever just focus solely on trading. That's crazy, because the money is going to get in the way of your process and your focus, how much you actually care about that cash. It's crazy town, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's crazy town. If you are in the place right now where you're like in between jobs, or you have no other source of income outside of your trading, you're going to have a very difficult time making that like work for you. Kazcut says, listen to the man, he encouraged me to start my own business. Now I'm doing both to a higher level than before. There you go. Kazcut started a barbershop. And he was in between, he was in the same pickle where he's like, I can focus only on my trading, or I can be an entrepreneur and have trading kind of on the back burner. And he did the entrepreneur and put trading on the back burner, and look at him now. Good spot in both of them, Rips have problems tempering a bias from the beginning of the day. When I think about fundamental context, how do you manage research bias and what is in front of you with the charts? I think it's helpful, Fred, to look at what is the instrument that you're trading, and then looking at the top. If you're an equity index trader, pay attention to what comprises that index that you're trading. So if you're trading the Russell, look at the top 25 influential stocks of the Russell. If you're trading the S&P, look at the top 10 influential stocks in the S&P. If you're trading the NASDAQ, look at the Mag 7 or the top 10 stocks in the NASDAQ, and look at where they are on the chart. And then look for confluences that could suggest your bias. Don't be having analysis paralysis because your bias isn't playing out for the day and your bias was wrong. The more confluences that you have that you can bring in, the more helpful it's going to be. So I would say start there. Just Ivan says, I started being more consistent sizing down to micros for now. Yeah, and there's no shame in that. It's great. It's a great way to do it. Is it against Top Step TOS to be in live and lose the live and go back to XFA? That's the exact function of how it works. If you lose your live, you do go back to your XFA. I just don't understand, like, why would you want to do that? If it happens that way, it happens that way. There's nothing you can do about it. Really, there's nothing you can do about that, right? What do you like? There's going to be people that get moved to live. They lose their live account. It's going to happen. They're not going to like kick you off the program. You know? Don says, that's my problem. I just don't want 200. I definitely know I can trade, but it's hard for me to just make 200 and see the market doing these enormous moves. Shame on me, but I'm working on it. 100%. Like you're going through the hungry eyes. You're going through all the emotional triggers and everything. But you got to prove to yourself, like, it's a consistency game. Like if you can pull out consistently $200 or whatever, then you can start to move and size up. I get it. Like, oh man, the market's doing all these crazy moves, but there's going to be more crazy moves. There's always going to be crazy moves in the market. Because at the end of the day, the NASDAQ can pay you healthily if you're catching consistently 20-point moves, 40-point moves in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ ain't going to stop doing that. You're going to find one time throughout the day where the market's going to give you 20 or 40 points in the NAS, consistent points. You will find that on a daily basis for the most part. And if you can't make money, realistic money, off of 20, 40 points, you're crazy. Think about that. If you were, let's just say that you pulled 40 points a day from the NASDAQ and you're a 2-contract trader. That's $1,600 a day. There's 244 trading days in the year. That's a $390,000 a year. You're going to tell me, like, I'm missing all the big moves? Was $390K not enough for you, Warren? Mr. Buffet? That's not enough? Traders just want it without putting in the time. Amen. That's so true. You want it here and you want it now. Like, dude, think about it. Like, let's just say that you played poker like that. You sat down, you're like, I'm going to win a big pot. Well, you got to be patient. You got to wait for a good situation. You got to wait for cards. Got to wait for position. Got to wait for the right setup. If you just started to force your way in with any 2 cards that are being dealt your way, like, you're going to go busto pretty quickly. Right? You can't just force your way through and like all of a sudden you're going to win a big pot. When I sit down and I'm playing high stakes poker, I don't ever think about like, oh man, this next hand that I play is I'm going to make so much money. I never think like that. I'm like, it would be great if I had one nice big pot today. It would be nice. Sometimes that pot never comes. Sometimes you spend the entire day getting bent over and getting bad beaten. Some days you have no control over that. It's the way that it works from time to time, right? But like, it's the same thing. Trading and poker are so much, there's so many similarities between the two. Like, I'm watching the market right now as I'm having this conversation. If you don't think that I'm sitting here, I'm like, I want to trade, but there's just nothing that's setting up for me to take a trade right now. I do want to trade this, believe it or not. That's just nothing that's worth my money right now. I want to trade, but I also want to make money. It's the same thing when I sit down and play poker. Like, I want to play poker and I want to make some money, but like, dude, if I'm getting dealt garbage hands, I'm not going to just all of a sudden, and I'm out of position, just go crazy. Yeah, it can work, sure. Just like trading. I can take a trade right now. It could work, but chances are that I'm much better off waiting and being patient for a better setup to come my way, right? That makes a heck of a lot more sense to me. How do you know your setup so well? By spending 10 years in the market and staring at charts and staring at the order flow, watching time and sales, staring and staring and staring, watching replays, staring and staring and staring. I used to literally trade and watch the markets for over 10 hours a day, every single freaking day, staring. And then when the markets close, watching replays, watching screen recordings, being obsessive over it. Literally. Like stupidly obsessive about it. Because I was so obsessed with wanting to be better at it. What's up, Atul? How are you, buddy? Heard saw you make 150K on poker. Congratulations. Thanks, buddy. I didn't make that much this weekend. We made like 110 on Friday, something like that. I know someone who trades, who uses order flow. He's only been trading for 2 years. He thinks he can just spot something on the tape and enter. I've been trying to tell him to learn setups. I mean, if it works for him, it works for him, right? That's the thing about trading, is that two people can look at the same market, have two completely different criteria for entering, and have the exact same trade. Can both be right, but have two completely different criteria for entering, right? That's what I need to do instead of making 2K and leaving for the day. Well, one thing that you can do is like you can make your 2K, lock it up, and then stare at the markets for the rest of the day. Record your screen. You don't have to sit there and stare at them, and then go back at the market where it was like very interesting inflection points in the market and see if you could spot anything on the tape if you're trying to be better at reading tape. Right now we're just folding. Good analogy. Yeah, it's true. We're just waiting for a good setup. Here's a peek behind the curtain. I always want to be trading. Because if I'm trading, I'm trying to make money, right? I want to be, I'd much rather be sitting here making money than not, but the market's not setting up for something I see fit that's worth me risking my own capital. Sniper says, I'm a physician. I only have time to trade the New York Open. So study that New York Open. Study if you can spot certain things that can give you clues, that can give you success for trading specifically the New York Open, and find an instrument that helps you do that. So maybe the NASDAQ moves too quickly for you. Maybe the S&P is better for you. Maybe you're better at trading like gold off the open. Maybe you're better at trading bonds off the open. Find an instrument that fits into not only the time that you can give to the market, but something that fits with the way that your brain functions so you can trade it well. The NASDAQ isn't the only instrument out there. The S&Ps aren't the only instrument out there. Survey and find what works specifically best for you. Learning to stop was my hardest lesson, still working on it. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too, is like there's going to be a time when you're completely worn out. There was plenty of days when I was learning and teaching myself how to trade. There's plenty of days where I should have stopped and then I didn't, and then I gave back my day and I felt like an idiot. But if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't know about it. So again, a lot of this stuff you're going to have to go through and see yourself, and it's going to be very, very painful. It's going to be extremely painful. Emotionally painful. It's going to be exhausting. It's going to be dragging. But you have to go through a lot of this pain, I think. I can sit here and tell you about it, but most of the people out there are going to have to experience it themselves. Trade the product according to your personality. Some people just trade crude or gold or whatever. Exactly. You want to find something. I mean, there's so many flavors of ice cream out there. There's so many different choices that you have in being a trader. You don't have to trade NASDAQ. You don't have to trade the S&P. And if it's not feeling like that's the right instrument for you, go out and survey other instruments and see what else is out there. You have a practice account with most of these prop firms. You can trade a practice account and see what works for you. Limbic system gets crazy under duress. Yeah, dude. I mean, when I very first started trading, I like physically was taxing. Like physically, my body was taxed. My heart would be racing. I mean, it still does from time to time, but it's like not like how it used to. Like, dude, when you like are starting to put on size for the first time, it's like, it's dramatic. It's like, it'll get you. It gets the blood, gets the blood pumping. It's crazy. Mr. Pushup says, bro, I just did a virtual job interview and I didn't show my face. I'm so cooked. Why didn't I show my face? OMG. Why didn't you show your face? Michael says, I gave up energy drinks to be better controlled. Yeah, I mean, again, focus on everything. Look, if you want to be a really good trader, you need to be selfish. And what I mean by that is like, stop worrying about what everybody else tells you what you should be doing and how you should be doing it, and focus on knowing what works. Find the things that are working specifically for you. Who cares what everybody else is telling you out there? Seriously. None of it matters. It's not their money. It's your money. You want to be successful at this game, start being selfish in the sense that you're looking out for you. So if somebody's like, oh, dude, you shouldn't be doing that, and you like had this crazy green week and you found something that's working for you, and somebody's like, dude, that's crazy. That doesn't work. You should be doing X, Y, and Z. Tell them, go F off. If it's working for you, lean into it. Be selfish in your trading in that sense. How'd you give up drinking? What were your steps? I really didn't have any steps. I just stopped drinking. I mean, I wanted to stop drinking. Like, I actually was tired of drinking personally. And that's what made it easy for me, is like, when you want to stop something, it's not that hard to stop because you actually want to be doing it. There was no steps. I stopped drinking, then I never started again. There's one time that stuck out to me. I went to a friend's dinner party and he had a bartender, and thought about drinking after I'd quit. I hadn't been drinking for like a week or 2 weeks. I was like, I'll have one. I was like, do I really want to have? And then I saw everybody else getting hammered. And I could smell the alcohol, and I don't know, for some reason it was just a turn off. I don't know. That was my experience. And I don't really care. I drank a lot in my life. Partied a lot in my life. I had enough partying and drinking for 20 lifetimes. So I got exhausted from it. Brian says, I took a weekend off and it led into being sober for almost 6, almost 7 years now. Yeah. You just got to want it. I mean, if you don't really want to do it, it's going to be pretty difficult, you know? Helps have another vice to replace drinking. Yeah, I mean, try that vice being eating healthier or working out, or have your vice be something like that, something positive, meditating, something. You want it, but you keep going back. You don't really want it then. That's the truth. You don't really want it. Kind of want it. You don't want it bad enough. That's just the truth. I'm not trying to single you out. If you really, really want it, you can do it. It's up to you. It's just a thing. You know what I mean? It's just a thing. Drinking's just a thing. And it costs money. Last time I checked, you have to pay to do the thing. It's like people who are like, oh, I want to stop smoking weed. It's so hard to stop smoking weed. Really? Stop buying it. Same goes for alcohol. You want to stop drinking, stop buying alcohol. It's not like there's a free alcohol shack that they're giving you out free drinks. I don't know, maybe you live in a place where it is, but last time I checked, it's like, stop buying it. It costs money. Any ideas why I can't activate my XFA? Anyone else having issues? I haven't activated one in a while. Anybody else having an XFA activation issues? We are 15 minutes from the top of the hour. The market's still just not giving anything in the way of setups here. It's gross. Blue 20K on the Devil's front lawn. Oh, man. $40 shots at the club. The heck is a $40 shot? You drinking some Courvoisier? The heck is 40 bucks? What kind of shot is $40? Maybe it's how long it's been since I had a drink of something. $40 for a shot. I mean, $40 for a mixed drink sounds excessive, even here in Vegas. Patron's 40 bucks a shot now? I swear Patron was like 15 bucks back in my day. Macallan 18, well, that's not a shot. That's something you're sipping on. If you're shooting Macallan 18, you're a psychopath. I mean, that seems a little bit excessive. Dude, Patron is $40? Wait, what would that be? Would be Patron Real, right? Or no, that's Don Julio. The heck is $40 for Patron? Patron. Patron Silver's 40 bucks a shot? No way. Pop-Off. Oh man, Pop-Off, bringing me back to my high school days. Used to get the plastic flasks from the gas stations. Stuff was nasty. Once you hit the profit required, you have to wait for the market to close to get access to activate the excavate. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work where it's like if you pass it just here and now, you got to wait for the day to close. Yolanda says, I celebrated my 40th at the MGM and had Patron mixed with Red Bull. Oh my gosh, Patron and Red Bull. That sounds awful. I used to have Patron and pineapple. That used to be my thing. Patron and pineapple usually went really well. I was the happiest drunk in the world. Patron I used to drink quite a bit. Moved on to Don Julio. 1942 was my jam. That was like my well drink that I'd get at the bar. If you want to get the top shelf, you go for the Don Julio Real. Do you still hang out with friends when they're drinking and you're not? All the time. All the time. I live in Vegas. A lot of people drink. Got married at MGM. We did table service at Studio 54 and people gifted us extra bottle. That's awesome. Clase Azul. Yeah, the blue bottle. Oh, we're coming right back down. Look at this. We went up above 200s. Now straight back down. Apple iPhone, Android phones to launch satellite video calls soon. Wow, interesting. When is your next poker game stream? I'm playing on stream in, I think it's 2 weeks. I think that one will actually be live stream. I think Cash Flow is going to be airing in March. That's what they said. Head and shoulders pattern? I mean, is it though? Yeah, I guess it is. You're right. You're right. It's a spooky ghost pattern. Or head and shoulders. Or London bridges. Either way. It's garbage though. I mean, this is just chop suey. It's gross. First, where you can watch your poker live streams. There's a couple of them that are posted on the WPT channel. I think those might be the only live streams that are live right now. I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. There's 3 WPT streams that I'm on. They're okay. One of them I do okay. One of them I lose a bunch and then make it back. And then one of them I'm just kind of like up and down. Spoiler alert. Most expensive drink I ever had was at the Shoey Bar at the Bellagio. $160 for a whiskey and Coke. What the heck? What, did it come in a shoe? Oh, that was probably during F1. They also inflate prices during that. Bart Simpson pattern, it could be that too. Got my new Galaxy 25 Ultra today. Pretty stoked. How is it? Been seeing a lot of negativity about it online for some reason. Been like, it's the same as the 24. I don't think I've ever owned an Android phone still. Pretty sure. An Apple this whole time. Stupid, right? Other than obvious TV exposure, what are the benefits of going on poker streams? Growing your brand, growing your personal brand. That's my goal. I'm trying to be on as many poker streams in 2025 as possible to grow my personal brand. Just have Apple products? I know, right? It's crazy. I mean, I think I had a Google TV once. I'm sure I have like Google TV built into some TVs that I have, but yeah, I got all Apple products. I got an Apple Watch, iPhone, I don't know what else. iPods, AirPods, whatever. What is the importance of personal brand, as in what does it do? It allows me to create money out of thin air, essentially, by just having a strong brand. Brand deals, endorsement, affiliate partnerships, money out of thin air. And unless I die, it's not going anywhere. My personal brand is forever. One of the most powerful things to have in this day and age, I believe. When you get the new 5090 rig, I emailed them this weekend, so we'll see this week if they come back to us. Rivers, how did you overcome being scared after some bad trades? Time and experience in the market. When you start to blow enough accounts and you start to blow through enough money, you know, like imagine think about it this way. If you've never lost money in the market, you lose $1,000, you're like, dang, that sucks real bad. Fast forward multiple weeks, months, years later, and you've lost like $200,000 in a single trade. The next day you lose $2,000 in a trade. It doesn't affect you as much because you're like, dang, I lost, $200,000 yesterday. $2,000, whatever, Ever see you watch pivot points? Sort of, I guess. I watch what's on my screen right now. That's the Spaceman BTC indicator. I like it a lot. Recommended to me by Mr. SW himself. Spaceman BTC. This thing. It's good stuff. This is why integrity is the most valuable thing you'll ever own. Don't give it away. Amen. Rivers, would mind if I post a chart the way I trade? Just DM me. DM it to me. What PC do you use? Wonder how your setup looks. Well, good for you. Whenever I get asked that question, I post it on my Instagram stories. So, just for you, I'm going to post that picture on my Instagram story right now. Just for you. Here it comes. It's going on my Instagram story. And boom. There you go. It is now posted on my Instagram story. If you want to go there, it's @SellingRips. I got a blue check mark on there. I got a blue check mark on X, Twitter, and on Instagram. I only have one account on each one. SW still going strong in MC? Oh, yeah. That's my guy. All right, I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. And we're back. Whew, I still feel like hot garbage right now. See if we feel better tomorrow. Hopefully. Check out gold again. Still going up. Let's see. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, we were looking at it here when the stream first started. It's just been shuffling around still. Pop a liquid death. I have some in the fridge. What are you anticipating for the market today, my friend? Well, I think that we're going to see most of the price action moving around right around 10. I think the open's going to be interesting, but then most of the congruent movements are going to be happening right around 10 when the news comes out. There's one thing you definitely want to do before turning old and gray. I mean, I'm already there. Check this out. I'm already old and gray. Am I sick? I mean, I'm feeling under the weather a little bit. I feel like my body's pretty good at fighting off. It's one of the great things about living here in Vegas is like so many people come here and get sick and everything, but living here and being around these casinos often, when I'm playing poker, I'm in these casinos. I feel like my immune system gets pretty jacked up. Pretty good stuff. How young am I? I mean, I don't think I'm that young. I'm young at heart. Young at heart. Call doctor, get ivermectin and Z-Pack. I don't think I'll need it. I think I'll be fine. Usually, like, these things come and go within about 24, 48 hours. Where'd you make most of your money at? What do you mean? Brand building, trading. Trading had a huge effect on how much money I have. Where'd you make your money at initially? Brand building. Building brands and selling them. I remember when my power ran out and the Wick Tower was down my area. I was trading in my car parked on random streets the next city over. Wow. The internet tower, not the Wick Tower. What's on your mind? Yeah, Spaceman BTC, one word there, veto. Is there only one brand product that was the most fun or interesting for you? Not really. I've tried a lot of different niches, a lot of different brands, a lot of different things. Morning, just pop it up and say hi. Already locked up and ready for a nice nap. How'd you do today, Otter? I play any sports? Tennis. Don't golf. I'm the worst golfer in the world. Every single time somebody asks me to play golf. Now, I'll play with people if they want to feel really good about their golf game. But I'm the worst golfer in America. Or in the world, probably. Tennis, though. Do you play any pickleball? I don't really enjoy wiffle tennis. I like real tennis. Not a huge fan of the wiffle tennis. I don't know why people like wiffle tennis so much. Not my thing. Just rather play real tennis. I don't really understand like how pickleball got so crazy. It's weird, you know? I don't get it. Because they're bad at tennis? Really? I mean, I like table tennis. Table tennis is fun, but wiffle tennis is where I draw the line. I didn't watch any of it actually because it was like the Wii tennis thing. It was weird. I didn't watch any of it. It's very strange. Golf is like trading. You think you have it figured out, then wham, gotcha. Yeah, I've had golf instructors. Got a nice set of clubs that's fitted specifically to me. I just can't, it's like one of those things where it's like I just can't find the passion in it. And why do something you don't enjoy? I used to play table tennis all the time in my gym when I had a I went to this health club in California, and they had some very competitive table tennis players for some reason. I don't know why. It was fun. It was fun. It's like miniature tennis, kind of. They set that gem up a couple of years ago and then marketed it to boomers whose knees were hurting and let it trickle down. Dude, it's crazy. Like in California, over where I used to live in California, they were building like crazy amounts of wiffle tennis courts. Crazy. Couldn't understand it. Then I like, dude, one of my friends, they asked me to play. They're like, hey, gonna go play some wiffle tennis. We got a paddle for you and everything. I was like, all right, I'll try this out. I'll see what the rage is about. And I got out there. I said, this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna play this. I gave it like 5 minutes of my time. And I said, that's the last 5 minutes I'm ever gonna spend on wiffle tennis. Dude, squash is a good game. Like, squash is fun. Badminton, it's okay. Iced Out says, I got insanely good at pocket pool, but my wife stepped in and made me quit. Oh, that's a shame. Were you a sponsored athlete at pocket pool, by the way? Rivers, don't you play the real man sport of chess? Yeah, I really do enjoy chess. I don't know if you call it a sport. I mean, it's very mentally invigorating, but squash, the game of the 80s city day trader. Squash you don't really hear about much anymore. Squash and racquetball. Although, what's the other one? Padel. I hear about Padel quite a bit. I don't think I've ever played it, but snooker? No. Never played snooker. I've watched videos of Ronnie O'Sullivan. It was amazing, but yeah. Padel is the most fun. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played it. Favorite opening in chess? Right now, Jabava London, probably. It's just so versatile. The Jabava London system. Just, it's beautiful. It's a good system to learn. Where did you say that about golf? I've played most sports competitively. Table tennis, swimming, badminton, basketball, tennis. By far, golf is the most addictive. Just spent the last 10 days golfing. Yeah, see, everybody's different. I've never been able to enjoy it. I can't stand it. Still going for scholars mates? That's funny. I mean, chess is not that hard. You just have to memorize lines. It's really not that difficult. As long as you can memorize things well, just memorize some lines, play online, and get it drilled into your brain. Not that difficult. Institutional trading considered sports too. I mean, you have to win to stay alive. I suppose. Mark is still doing nothing for me here. Just gross chop and slop. Not really a big fan of any of this, personally. Thank you, AG. We do have... We got Google, AMD tomorrow after the bell for earnings. And then we get Amazon and Cloudflare on Thursday after the bell. Qualcomm Wednesday after the bell, but who cares? But yeah, Google and AMD will be the ones to watch on Tuesday. Maybe I'm just good at trading job up 2,300 this morning. Nice. Yeah, I mean, if that's your MO, right? Lean into it. It's good stuff. Yeah, again, that the levels indicator, Spaceman BTC. It's just this guy right here. Spaceman BTC, one word, key level. We're on version 13.1. Very good stuff here. Still no trades on my end, except for on my personal account, which I traded right at Globex Open, which I think would show up. Yeah, here we go. I'm up $2,100 bucks. $2,100 when I traded in Globex. These are all my trades from over the last few long sessions. We got short and then we covered. Whee! There's only 4 contracts to make $2,100. Crazy, right? Fun times. Back at the desk, what did I miss? Nothing. Where were you? Were you mountain biking? Is that where you've been all day? BTE, you're kicking ass in the personal account so far, all green days. I think yes. I don't have a single red day yet. Again, one of those things I don't really want to think about either. And plus, like, you know, I don't know if I'm going to trade it again today because I'm not feeling so hot. Might just take the rest of the day off, to be honest. Maybe even skip the workout today so I can heal. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Work call, actually? What? You're retired, SW. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Road to 1 million personal account. That's kind of the idea, I suppose. We'll get there when we get there, right? Small account challenge. Let's do one of those. Those are always so funny. You have those guys who are like, yeah, made $3.5 million this week. So because of that, we're going to do a small account challenge starting with $1,000 next week. That's funny. Gotta love the people who claim that they make like $6 million in a week, and then you see their the room that they're posting from, and it's like an $800 a month shack that they're living in. No shame if you're living in an $800 a month house rented, but don't be telling people you're making $6 million in a week. This is crazy. We're just trying to blow his Top Step Live account to go back to 5xFAs. No, I'm not. I'm actually not. I'm really not. I'm truly, I'm really not. I'm just trading way too big for the size of the account, in the sense that my drawdown's $3,000 in that account. I'm over leveraging in that account. Gonna take you half year max with the position size and all. Well, the thing is, I'm scaling up, right? I'm scaling up my position size. So like this month, the idea is to scale up between 25 and 50 contracts. That's the goal. And if I can do that, I should have a nice steady equity curve as long as I can keep trading well. Do you think the NQ will dump an opening from all the people selling their puts? Well, if people are selling puts, that would mean that the market would go up. If people are selling and closing their puts, the way that the dealers get delta neutral on that would be buying the underlying, right? I think you're missing FinTwit Green post on your TopStep X account because you made money last week in your TopStep X account. People on Twitter are strange. What do you mean? I don't follow. Morning, sir. How's your weekend? It was great. It's fantastic. Before my wife and I bought our first house, we were living in a small rental house, paid $350 a month. That was in 2013. Could never find that now. Wow. $350 a month. Where was that? What part of the US? That's insane. $350. Wow. Definitely wouldn't find that. 2013. Wow. 11 years ago, 12 years ago. Southwest Minnesota. Lake Minnetonka. Do you teach delta hedging dynamics? Not really anymore. We talked about that stuff when we were trading options, but no, not really anymore. Farm country. Everyone talking about you losing your TopStep Live account. Clearly they don't want the streams because they would know you also make money on that account. I mean, I don't really care though. I don't really care. I stopped caring. So your settings of volume profile visible range. It is this. Go back and pause the video. Bingo, bango. Go back and pause it. Built a small off-grid house in the middle of the forest. Took a lot out of pocket, but got no bills except Starlink and cell phones out. Dude, that's dope. That's sick. That's super sick. There was a time when I wanted to build a house out in the sticks, but it never came into fruition because then we started looking at an area that was like right outside of where we were looking at, and then I'm happy we never bought a property there. Definitely enjoy that though. Definitely need to get like a countryside house. Are there any YouTube videos on option tradings in Market Clubhouse? Not that I think. Maybe. Check the channel. There might be one or two. I don't know. Well, there goes another XFA. I've now passed literally countless combines, and then we'll blow up an XFA day one. Set a daily loss limit so you can't. Simple. Set a daily loss limit. You're trying to make way too much. You're trying to push it way too hard. There's no way you should be blowing it on day one. Wow, 11 acres. That's dope. That's super sick. What is this bump here? Algorithms turning on, I believe. Some displacement. I mean, doesn't make any sense to me. That's why I'm staying out of this crap. Nonsensical bump. The only thing happening right now is that we have like multiple banks and analysts that are giving their price targets right now. That's it. Nothing. Got my Herman Miller today. Birthday present to myself. My butt is thanking me. Which one did you get there, Sean? I always recommend the Herman Miller Embody. That's the one I recommend. People always say, oh, it's so expensive. But the chair comes with a full top to bottom 12-year warranty. People miss that whole fact. Comes with a 12-year warranty, and they actually come to your house to fix whatever's wrong with it. They send somebody out to your house. And the one time that I've had an issue with my Embody, they just gave me a brand new chair. So, I mean, do the math. 12 years. What's an Embody cost? Let's say it costs $2,000. That costs you $166 a year for something that you're sitting in while you're trading. You think $166 a year is a lot of money? What are you, a dingus? 166 divided by 12. That's a $13.83 a month. 46 cents a day. What are you, poor? I'm kidding. Sorry. 46 cents a day for a nice chair. Come on. Got to take care. It's like getting a good mattress. If you're skimping out on a mattress still, just stop. And if you can't afford the full price of it, just put it on a credit card or something. Don't mattress stores do like crazy finance deals or something like that? Spend so much of your time on it. Would you rather have a bad back or a smile on your face? Gotta have a good mattress. You spend most of your life in bed, especially if you have a hot wife. Sleep Number does 36 months, 0% financing right now. See? Yeah, aren't mattress companies like the kings of finance deals? Mattress stores are a front for something. Never see anyone in those places. I don't even, I think my wife picked out the mattress we have now. Money laundering for sure. They keep all the money under the mattresses in the mattress centers. Had a crap mattress for a year, got a new one, and my back pretty much fixed itself overnight. Nice. That's sick. Been paying my mattress off since 1948. Closing positions ahead of market open. I like that, Jose. Smart. I don't have any positions on. I want to wait. Make sure you like the video. Let's do a poll before the market opens. Let's do a poll on what you think the market's going to do. We have 391 likes. We get it up to 500. We'll do a poll in here. Get a 3-inch pad for the floor. Best sleep of my life. I think we have the Win thing. The Win Dream Bed thing. I'm a mattress manufacturer selling retail to consumers. That's cool. The more we know. The button's broken? It's going up right now. We got 415. Let's get 85 more. Morning Ribs would consider today a size down or smaller TP and tighter stop loss. I mean, it depends. If we get out of this area, like the market could open up like a nice bottle of wine, you know? I don't know though. I'm under the weather a little bit, so I'm already probably locked up on my personal account. Maybe we try something in our Tops Up account. We'll see. Size up on gold long. There you go. Original mattress factory. That's cool, Flyer Jim. Did you say a nice bottle of wine? Yeah, the market could open up and start breathing like a nice bottle of wine in a decanter. Very specific. There's always money in the banana stand. That was a good show. Arrested Development. You know what show is really good right now? Severance. If you're not watching Severance, what are you doing with your life? Colby says, I always trade light on Mondays. It's by far my worst day of the week. That's another reason why it's good to have those journaling softwares, because then you can see at a bird's eye view which is your worst day and kind of take the pressure off on those days. Do you watch anime? No, I don't. Couldn't get in a Severance. How many episodes did you make it? Because it's like episode 3 or 4 where it starts to lock you in. Haven't seen the new season yet. Is it good? You should watch the first season again before you get into the second season. Go back and watch that first season again. That's what my wife and I did. Good stuff. I don't watch a lot of TV shows, but there's some TV shows that are worth your time. Severance is one of them, in my opinion. Uh, 19 more likes and we can do the poll for what we think is going to happen. Like watching shows at 1.5 speed, otherwise they're too slow. Well, you miss like the drama that the writers intend for, you know. Silo I haven't watched. Silo I haven't seen. I have not seen Silo yet. One of them shows that I have not ever watched. Haven't heard of Severance. Is it about monetary packages after being sacked? Sort of. Gotta watch it. It's a very mind-bending show. Been watching Yellowstone. I haven't seen that one. Everybody tells me to watch that one. Gotta go watch Yellowstone. I wish they would release the whole dang season of Severance already. I hate waiting. One thing I like about coming into a show late is that you get to watch as many episodes as you can withstand. Just power through it. Binge watch it. All right, we got 500 likes. Let's do a quick poll here. Will the NQ end the day above or below? I'm going to say 21,000. Above, below, and then no clue. Let's see what you folks think. We got over 1,000 of you folks in here. Go ahead and see. Vote with honesty in this poll. I can't see who votes what, so there's more reason that you should be voting honestly here. Industry I could never get into. Too hypersexualized for me. Not my thing. It's crazy. The S&Ps are just kind of holding this VWAP. It's crazy, right? Just kind of, if we smush it down, it's kind of just holding right there. I wish they would make a nice drama about trading. Like Billions was good and then it stopped being good. I don't know. Billions was like really sick and then just kind of went off the rails. I feel like the first 2 seasons were mirrors of one another, and then they just like the writers were like, all right, now what? We really killed it the first season. Now what do we do? Yeah, exactly. Like just the show went straight down. Kind of like how the NASDAQ could do here off the open. You never know. New Ribs rumor. Ribs only likes hypersexualized shows and has been partying with Diddy. Oh, man. Good times. Never been to a Diddy party. Never. I did talk to somebody who plays poker who has been to a Diddy party who said it was just Nothing special. I mean, he says like any other celebrity party, but not like he was not involved in any of the alleged craziness. And bro's missing out on the baby well session. He said that he did not. This person also hung out with like Michael Jackson. Went to dinner with Michael Jackson. He's an older dude. Very nice guy, but those are not correlated, by the way. The Diddy and the Michael Jackson bit. I mean, he said he partied until like 9 o'clock in the morning at one of the parties, if I can recall correctly what he was saying. But yeah, so there was nothing, no weirdness. He said that, I mean, I don't want to divulge who it is, but yeah. Anyway. Jack Ryan, who's the, is that with Jim from The Office? Is he Jack Ryan or is that a different one? Best sleeper series is Patriot, and it's not the one you're thinking of? I've never heard of one called Patriot. All right, we are 7 minutes till the open here. 7 minutes. Do we have enough likes to continue on? If we get it up to, let's say 900 likes. I mean, it's a tall ask, but you know, I gotta have limits, gotta have rules here. We'll probably only trade the open in Discord today. That's what I'm thinking. Terminal list. I feel like, wait, didn't I watch that terminal list? Sounds very, very familiar. Oh, that's one I have on my list. That's definitely one I wanted to watch. Series really good. Suits, Game of Thrones, Billions, Yellowstone, Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was up there for me. What about Ozark? Ozark was very good. Yeah, you know what's crazy though? I have not seen one single full minute of Game of Thrones. Oh, I know, I'm a crazy person. Only dude in America, right? Haven't seen one single 60-second consecutive 60 seconds of Game of Thrones. I know. Crazy town. I know. Never read the books either. I know. Weird. Shame on you, you're lost. It's not like I'm like proud of it or anything. It just never got around to it. My wife has seen every single episode. My wife has seen it. I have not. Not a single episode. Yeah, I'll check out Jack Ryan. I like that super secret agent stuff. It's worth a watch, but it just dwindles in the end. Yeah, I mean, my wife loved it. She said she'd watch it again. So, I mean, it's a crazy long series. Too much of a commitment for Game of Thrones at this point. It's a lot of episodes, a lot of seasons. Isn't it like 8 or 9 seasons? Patriot with Michael Dorman. Is that the Michael Dorman of Dorman Trading? Holy yikes. There's your 925 algo coming in. All right, well, I'm going to get prepped and ready for our Discord stream. See if we can trade anything in there together. I'm not thinking I'm going to trade heavily today. I'm probably going to trade pretty light. Keep it pretty light. But I do appreciate everybody tuning into the YouTube stream today. Hopefully I'm feeling better tomorrow so we can get some more trades in. But thanks for stopping by today. It was a lot of fun. No trades. Nothing. We just watched, had a little chat, hung out. If the market's garbage again tomorrow, maybe we'll hang out and we'll chat it up again. But I'll see you folks bright and early back here on YouTube at 8 o'clock Eastern time. But be good out there. Expect the unexpected today. Not a lot of news coming out. We do have 2 Fed heads that are yapping today, later in the day. One of them is not even until Globex. So, yeah, just be on the lookout for anything crazy today. And make sure you're trading with stops, okay? And if it's your first day in an XFA, set a daily loss limit. Don't be blowing that thing in one day, okay? All right, everybody. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Be smart. Trade safe.